Okay, this video is, well, basically, I guess about buying tips and tips on repairing your starter as opposed to buying a reman one or a brand new one or a China one or whatever. Um, this is just an original starter from my Acura Integra. Basically, what I did is, well, in this case, the starter wasn't failing yet, but see what happens is if you're getting that problem where you turn the key and all you hear is some clicks. It's probably just these contacts inside the starter that are worn down. They wear down. What happens is this plunger comes down and it spins and rubs on its metal to metal contact, so it wears down the contacts here. And once they're worn through, then it doesn't make a connection and then your starter doesn't work. So here I just have it opened up. Wasn't going to do like a whole rebuild repair video, but just so you can see, once you take this cover off, or face it that way, this is just like 3 7mm bolts right here. Real easy to open it up. And then inside you got your plunger and your contacts. And so some people just replace the contacts because they seem to wear more than the plunger, or you can just replace all three. We already have the new ones installed here. It's pretty easy. All you're doing is taking off the nuts here and taking this all apart and then replacing the contact, putting it back together. I like doing it this way because what I've noticed with the remans is they use pretty poor quality stuff. I've seen these starters fail after just a short time. I had a starter where the whole plunger basically fell apart, and so then it wasn't making contact for that reason. I noticed that the remans don't use the copper bolts like they should. They just use whatever steel ones or something like that. And the other thing too is, as far as a buying tip, see, this basically is like a general video for Denso type starters, which are found on Hondas, Acuras, Toyotas, Lexus. They're even on Dodge products. And so, yeah, they're all going to have very similar design for the most part. And but one thing you got to watch out for is, well, I actually cut this one down, but some of the plungers have a longer rod on them. And so you got to make sure that the length of your plunger is correct when you're buying a repair kit. And then the other thing to look out for that I've run into is the contacts. So you'll have on one side, you'll have this contact, and then on the other side, you'll have a contact which could curve to one side or the other. So you got to make sure that it's got the correct type of contacts and the correct length of plunger. Otherwise, yes, you're not going to be able to get your starter back up and running. Other than that, well, I don't think there is another than that. I have seen more in-depth kits where it replaces like plastic parts and nuts and bolts and all that stuff. But really the main three things are the two contacts. You have one like of this type, one of this type, and then the plunger. And, whoa, they like to roll around. And that's about it.